So Redskins, I guess you'd say it was a little bit.
No, I don't know about that. I think like Indians, sure, maybe. There's multitudes. The indigenous communities have different opinions on this designation.
Now,
but definitely not that last one, dude.
Is. What are they to Commanders or something? Is it Commanders? That's not a good name.
Not that it matters. This is irrelevant. Trump is live talking questions, taking questions.
What has sports meant to you? And did you have a sports hero growing up?
Maybe Lawrence Taylor. I don't know. It could be Lawrence. Or I know him so well.
What the was that Triple H?
Well, a lot of sports heroes. It meant a lot. I was always a person that loved playing sports. I was good at sports.
What is this subtitle?
When you were really focused on sports, you thought about nothing else. There was nothing else outside. It kept you. And to an extent, this is one of the reasons I like golf. You get away for a couple of hours. I play quickly and get through it. And for 2 hours, you're not thinking about all of the nonsense and all of the important things, frankly, but it cleans your mind. No, I think sports is so important. I think what this council is doing is going to be very important. And it gives you a little exercise, sometimes a lot of exercise. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. Sports are, you learn about people and you learn about how people compete. Now, it doesn't mean that if somebody's not a good athlete, a lot of people just are not good athletes, so they can't compete. But you learn about people playing sports and playing sports with and against some. So I've always loved it. It's been very important to me. These people are, inspirations. These are the top people in their individual sports. The council itself, I mean, they have some of the greatest champions, for the most part, the greatest champions in their sport. So they really understand sports, and understanding it's very important. Thank you for the question. Yeah, please.
Yeah,
please, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. President, can you talk about your plans for the new ballroom that was announced today?
Yeah.
The $200 million, that's going to be paid for by yourself?
By me, yeah.
Private donations?
It's a private thing, yeah. I'll do it, and we'll probably have some donors or whatever, but it's about $200 million. So we've been planning it for a long time. They've wanted a ballroom at the White House for more than 150 years, but there's never been a president that was good at ballrooms. I'm really good. In fact, I looked at one that we just built in Turnberry in Scotland, and it's incredible. We're good at building. I'm good at building things, and we'll get it built quickly and on time. It'll be beautiful, top of the line. We've retained the best architects and engineers, everything else. It'll be built over on the east side, and it will be beautiful. It'll be views of the Washington Monument. It won't interfere with the current building.
Who's the tall gay guy? Harrison Buttkicker.
Near it, but not touching it.
New ballroom is sponsored by Crypto. I love that.
Which I'm the biggest fan of. It's my favorite. It's my favorite place. I love it. But they've wanted it, and when they have big events, you entertain the president of China or the president of any place, and you have big crowds. They've always had to get a tent.
Interesting that he said this was his favorite athlete. Lawrence Taylor sued by a girl he paid for underage sex. Oh my God!
And the tent's 100 yards. That's more than a football field away from the main entrance, and people are schlopping down to the tent. It's not a pretty sight. The women with their lovely evening gowns, all of their hair all done, and they're a mess by the time they get. And they've always wanted to have it. And I said, in the first term, I said, if I get another shot at this, I'm going to do a ballroom. I was pretty busy in the first because I was running the country, and I was also fighting for survival with all of the lunatics I had to beat. But it worked out, obviously, it worked out very well because here we are. But I always said I was going to do something about the ballroom because they should have one. So we'll be leaving it. It'll be a great legacy project, and I think it'll be special. You saw some renderings of the initial. I think it'll be really beautiful. Elvis, no.
Between its executive order, trade, Russia, Gaza, but also the family of Virginia Giuffre released a statement overnight in response to some of the comments that you made this week. You said that Jeffrey Epstein stole people from Mar-a-Lago. At the time, did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I would figure it was ABC fake news that would ask that question, one of the worst. But no, I don't know really why. But I said, if he's taking anybody from Mar-a-Lago, he's hiring or whatever he's doing. I didn't like it, and we threw him out. We said we don't want him, at the place. This is a story that's been known for many years, as you know. But it's, I didn't like it that he was doing that. Yeah, please.
If Canada moves forward with Palestinian state,
Say it again.
If Canada moves forward with recognizing the Palestinian state, is that a deal breaker?
Well, we're going to see. No, I didn't like what they said, but that's their opinion. I didn't like that. Not a deal breaker, but we haven't spoken to Canada today. He's called, and we'll see. But we have made a few deals today that are excellent deals for the country. We're taking in literally trillions of dollars for the country.
Why is Triple H there? Because it's Triple
making our
K,
country
baby.
very rich and respected again. We have, I tell these people, and I say it as much as I have to say it, but every leader, I was at NATO, and I was in the Middle East with the three great countries, three great leaders, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and everybody said the same thing. All of the NATO countries, essentially, they said that we were a dead country.
Is Howard
1 year ago, we
Butkus
were a dead country.
and
Now we're the
Harrison
hottest country
Butkus,
in the world.
or
Look
Howard
at you
Nutley
people.
and Harrison
We're the hottest
Butkus.
country anywhere in the world. We're doing great. Yeah, do you have
You got Triple K. You got Mine Lolly J.D. Vance in the
They have
corner.
to pay a fair rate.
RFK
That's
Jr.
all. It's very simple. They have been charging very, very high tariffs to our farmers, some over 200%. And
Who's
they've been
Triple K?
treating our
The
farmers
bald
very
guy
badly.
that
They've been
looks
treating our
like-
country very badly for years.
That looks like
and look,
Tom
we
Homan after
like
getting a
Canada.
skin
I love
graft.
Canada. I have so many friends in Canada, but they've been very poorly led. They've been very, very poorly led, and all we want is fairness for our country. That's all. They want to be under the.
You mean Triple H? No,
as
Triple
we
K.
call it, the Golden Dome.
KKK.
And I said, well, you're going to have to pay for that. They want a lot of things from our country, and for years we did it. We basically protect them with our military. They spend very little money on their military, as you know, not an acceptable amount of money. Yeah, please.
Thanks a lot, Mr. President. Your tariffs policy goes into effect tomorrow.
Yeah.
As you know, a federal appellate court today heard oral arguments about whether or not you had the authority to unilaterally impose.
Looks like they're auctioning off RFK. They're like, here, we got a good one here. He sounds a little weird and he smells horrible, but he's a good one. You should buy him.
Well, we've been winning all along. Just say it.
I just want to ask you, why didn't you invoke this law in your first term? You could have taken in billions upon billions of dollars in your first term, but you waited until your second
Yeah,
term.
because in my first term, I was fighting lunatics like you who were trying to do things incorrectly and inappropriately to a president that was duly elected. And we did do certain tariffs in the first term. If you look at China, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. But when COVID came, the last thing I was going to do is tell France and Italy and Spain and a couple of other countries that we're going to hit you with tariffs. We had to fight the COVID situation when that came. But if you look at my first term, we took in hundreds of billions of dollars worth of tariffs, but you people didn't cover it very well. Yeah, please. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm representing the foreign poll today. I'm asking you two questions on foreign policy. The first one, do you plan to re-engage diplomatically with Iran, go with direct talks with them, or are you happy with the current situation having no deal with Iran?
Well, Iran has been acting very badly. They were decimated. Their nuclear capability, that potential, which could have happened within 3 or 4 weeks, was decimated. It's been obliterated. The Atomic Energy Commission said the place is just decimated. Now they can start again, but they'd start in different sites because they were hit.
I
tell you what,
today he
the
looks
job
a little
these
purple every day.
pilots did
He looks
with their
more purple by the
B-2
day.
bombers, those unbelievable machines. They travel 36 hours without stop, and they hit every single target. Every bomb hit they went right down the chutes, and then, as you know, we shot 30 rockets from submarines that were hundreds of miles away, and they hit every target. So they can start again, but they haven't been saying the right thing. I will say Iran has not been saying the right thing. They have not been speaking nicely, and they should be. Yeah, please.
Mr. Roosevelt not lowering interest rates again. Many people say that he's playing politics with the futures of millions.
Well, he is. We call him Too Late. He's Too Late. It's his new nickname. It's Too Late, pal. He's a terrible Federal Reserve Chairman. Not only that, he's building a building. He's a $2.9 billion. It's actually 3.1 if you include other areas that are essentially the same thing. Way over budget, has no idea what he's doing. And I would say he's probably good at that compared to what he does with interest rates. But, you know, we have him there, and it was a mistake. I put him in, and then Biden extended him. And Biden only extended him because he knew I couldn't stand him. And that turned out to be not a good thing for Biden, although he did lower interest rates just
bringing back the presidential fitness test in schools. Oh, I didn't notice that. He didn't say no. I mean,
this country was really in. It's a thank you. I just wanted to people anything about it. Nobody Israel to watch over people that in the United States get occurring.
What is occurring there is a genocide. Do you agree?
Oh, it's terrible what's occurring there. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't go. It's not a genocide, dude. What the, dude? If Trump says it's a genocide before Bernie, I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. Okay.
It's a terrible thing. People are very hungry. You know, the United States gave $60 million for food. And
he's just brandonizing. He's brandonizing. The $60 million for food is for GHF. It literally wasn't for food.
Shame, because nobody, you know, I don't see the results of it. And we gave it to people that in theory are watching over it fairly closely. We wanted Israel to watch over it. Part of the problem is Hamas is taking the money and they're taking the food.
Oh my God. Shut the f up, dude. Isn't that crazy that these guys all seemingly have the same exact opinion? Regardless of whatever part of the political spectrum that they're on, it's always, but Hamas, from liberals all the way down to some of the most far-right reactionaries. Everybody always goes, but Hamas, what can you do? Hamas, Hamas, Hamas. Do you guys actually hate Trump then? Like, I don't understand. I guess it's more honest to say you love Trump. You love what Trump is doing in Israel and Gaza. You know? Are you familiar with Boston Consulting Group and their role in designing the GHF sites? Yes, I am. They've also tried to walk back their involvement. A lot of people very quickly tried to walk back their involvement with the Gaza Holocaust Foundation aid scheme that they had designed. So you gave people to Gaza literally $60 million. Come on, how do people believe this? No, he's lying. It's $60 million that they funded with the GHF, the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, which has been this aid delivery scheme that they created to at least have some kind of plausible deniability that like Israel was not denying aid, but because they are so bloodthirsty, they just kept killing people every single day. To this day, Israeli soldiers alongside American mercenaries are shooting at Palestinian children that are trying to desperately get aid. There is literally a Green Beret that came back, Tony Aguilar, that came back, who believed all of the nonsense about like Hamas is evil and blah, 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 who went out there, who served alongside the IDF as a mercenary and was shocked. Like a Green Beret that is a mercenary was shocked at how depraved Israel's actions are. He's pro-Israel. He was pro-Israel. Like, think about that. Why isn't that the headlines? I wonder why. I wonder why the only places that he's gotten interviewed is like Democracy Now! Or Senator Chris Van Hollen or people like that. I mean, he has gotten some interviews in mainstream media. But it's shocking levels of depravity that you only read about in history books. He has a Tucker interview today. Okay, we'll look at that later.